Welcome back to Amazing Sports Archive. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Today we are analyzing the facts about Marcus Rashford. So in summary, he was signed to Manchester United when he was at primary school. His birthday is on Halloween. His two brothers advise his business decisions. He has beaten multiple footballing records. As a young child, he would copy tricks that he saw on football computer games. He is passionate about ending child food poverty. Born October 31, 1997 in Manchester, Marcus was raised in Wythenshawe, which is an area of Manchester City. As a child, he lived with his mother, Melanie Maynard, and his four older siblings. While Marcus was growing up, he experienced child poverty, as despite his mother's hard work, there was sometimes not enough food to go around. Due to this, the family often turned to food banks, breakfast clubs, and free school meals. Marcus has said that he would sometimes be given free food from his mother's place of work, which is partly where he came to appreciate the importance of generosity. He has also said that Ronaldo, the famous Portuguese footballer, was his hero while growing up. Family. Marcus' mother often had to work multiple jobs to make sure that Marcus and his siblings had food to eat, sometimes sacrificing meals for herself. He has two brothers named Dwayne Maynard and Dane Rashford. They both now represent him professionally. He also has two sisters named Chantal and Claire, along with a cousin called Lois Maynard who is also a professional football player. Lois plays for Stockport County as a midfielder. Education. During his younger years, he attended Ashton-on-Mersey School. He then gained a national diploma in sport for a Business and Technology Education Council, BTEC. Early career. Marcus played football from the age of 5, and started off in the position of goalkeeper for Fletcher Moss Rangers. The Academy Development Officer for the team, Dave Horrocks, recognized that Marcus stood out amongst the team, and played a huge part in helping them win a tournament where 15 club scouts made up part of the audience. At the age of 7, he joined the academy system at Manchester United after a few weeks of training with Manchester City. At the same time, there was interest in him from Everton and Liverpool. One of the youth coaches, Paul McGuinness, saw Marcus' huge footballing potential. Despite doing exceptionally well at training, he often missed sessions as his mother and brothers were not able to take him due to frequent work commitments. His need for assistance was recognized, so Dave Bushell, Eamon Mulvey, and Tony Whelan organized drivers for Marcus so that he could continue to reach his potential in football. At the age of 11, Marcus became the youngest person to be selected for Manchester United's Schoolboy Scholar Scheme. Players of 12 and above were usually only allowed, but Marcus' abilities got him a place. During his time there, he was able to develop his skills and play against people who were up to 4 years older than him. By the age of 14, Marcus joined the under-15 Manchester United squad. During his time there, they came second in the 23rd Marvel Tournament. When Marcus was 16, the Guardian newspaper named him Manchester United's best prospect. He then joined Manchester United's third team for boys aged 16 and under, where he was managed by David Moyes during the 2013-14 season. While he was playing with the first team, his abilities were highly recognized by the coaches at the club. When Marcus was 17, his abilities were congratulated by the Manchester United Under-19s club for his performance at the UEFA Youth League. Marcus achieved 6 goals in 11 games in the Under-18 Premier League, and 3 goals in the Youth League. During this time, he was made captain of the team while being managed by Nicky Butt. Club career. In 2016, Marcus was able to play professionally against other adults. He played as part of the UEFA Europa League, and scored 2 goals. This made him the youngest player to score in a European competition so far, beating George Best's record. He then played in the Premier League for the first time, and his team achieved a win against Arsenal. Marcus continued to play in multiple games, scoring records and goals for his club. International career. As a child, Marcus was part of an England under-16 training camp. He competed in the Victory Shield tournament, where he played against Northern Ireland and Wales. He then joined an under-20s team, which allowed him to successfully compete against an under-20s Canada team. While he was playing for an under-21 team, he scored a hat-trick against the Norway under-21s team. He then joined Southgate, which allowed him to develop his abilities at a senior level. Marcus' first major international tournament was when he played for England in the UEFA tournament of 2016. He competed in this tournament only 4 months after playing as a senior professional player. He then hit another record by becoming the youngest male from England to score in an international tournament. A record made in 1938 by Tommy Lawton was second to this. He then played against Australia in the Stadium of Light, where he scored the first goal in the first 3 minutes. At the England-Wales game in the Euro 2016, he beat Wayne Rooney's record of being the youngest player at the European Championships by 4 days. England won the game against Wales, but later lost to Iceland in a later game. In the FIFA World Cup qualification of 2018, Marcus scored the winning goal in England's game against Slovakia. He was then selected for the World Cup, and scored the opening goal in England's warm-up match against Costa Rica. During his contribution to the World Cup, England performed the best that they had since 1990, and came fourth overall. In 2018, Marcus met a record set in 1966 by Jack Charlton, in that he played a total of 16 football matches for England in the space of 1 year. In 2021, he became the youngest England captain since 2003, which was topped by Michael Owen. Charity work and campaigns. During his football career, Marcus has contributed to multiple charities and has been named an activist for the fight against food poverty. Below is a list of some of the charity contributions that Marcus has made. In the Box campaign. This was a campaign set up in 2019 by Selfridges, which aimed to provide homeless people with essential items over the Christmas period. Marcus and his mother attended the homeless shelters themselves and gave out the boxes, while sending some back to his grandmother's birthplace of St. Kitts and Nevis. Fair Share campaign. At the start of the 2020 lockdown, charity Fair Share called for donations so that they could help those going without due to the pandemic. They knew that the lockdown imposed could make child food poverty worse, and aimed to prevent it by giving out food and raising money. As a response to this, Marcus campaigned and had raised around £20 million by June 2020, which would provide around 3 million meals. Marcus' open letter for free school meals. With lots of children out of school, it was clear that food poverty would rise during the pandemic. This is why Marcus campaigned to the UK government to provide free school meals for children over the summer holidays. This led to a change in policy, something which would not have happened without Marcus' open letter to the UK government. Due to Marcus' childhood, he understood the importance of this service. Marcus' food poverty petition. After being awarded an MBE, Marcus opened a petition on the UK Parliament Petitions website. The aim was to end child food poverty by enlarging the free school meals program, providing meals and activities during school holidays, and making the Healthy Start food vouchers worth more money. In the first week, 300,000 people had signed the petition, which meant that it had to be discussed in Parliament. This was rejected with a majority of 61 members. Marcus and Tom Carriage. Marcus teamed up with chef Tom Carriage to help share easy recipes that people can make on a low budget. These are shared on their Instagram account called Full-Time Meals, where they share recipes such as fish finger sandwiches and homemade hash browns.